we were outside of the traditional route of showing your work. By being outside, we just wanted to say, hey, we can do this ourselves and we can do it really well. And we were very ambitious too at the time. There was a lot of work going on in sort of rough industrial spaces, taking a different take on the white box of the gallery and almost rejecting that and sort of being, you know, radical against it.
The idea of the house project was modeled on some level on women's space, which was Miriam Shapiro, Judy Chicago, which came out of a course that they taught at Berkeley. We wanted something different because we wanted something that we felt was more rigorous. We were young.
Well, it was many years later
many
too,
years later
you know,
too.
so it was a different time. The younger women were not embracing feminism, and it was becoming kind of a dirty word, and we wanted to sort of get back in there and stir up issues.
Looking at this stage of feminism too, that was really important to all of us. And the house was a perfect vehicle to do that because we'd all lived in houses. We all had that experience, and as women had that experience. That was sort of the driving force of like, what was it like, you know, in the early 1990s to be a woman?
So we sat in the house and we discussed and we partied in the house and we did our work, and so we got very, it was a very collective experience. We were very supportive of each other and talking through people's ideas, and we wanted everyone to do their absolute best. We had to find really a house in very poor condition, where the landlord would let you paint all over the thing and rip everything out. And that was a bit of a hard search. Eventually, we rented a place, student housing, off of the University of Toronto.
We invited 2 writers to be part of our group right away. We wanted them to experience what we were experiencing in the process.
And kind of document too what was going on.
Yeah. Before we opened, you know, there was that feeling like, will anybody come, you know? And then
when people turned up,
and it was massive. At one point, Urs Tataran, who was still a fire chief at the time, rolls up in the fire engine, and all the people on the street came running out because they were worried that something had happened to the house, which they had now become sort of, were so fond of us.
The neighborhood
was like totally
quite
into us.
interested too, yeah.
really saw this as being equal to any museum show. That was also part of the culture that you saw out there with the other collectives as well, is that everybody was raising the bar. No one was saying, you know, it was going to be just sort of, you know, work in a room, and not to wait for someone to come along and say, yes, I think you're worthy. You know, it was like, we were saying,
no,
we
that
are
was
worthy.
Certainly a whole part of, I think, that whole movement is that people didn't want to wait. They wanted to prove themselves.
I don't want to sort of nostalgize it, you know, and sort of suggest that, oh, you know, the utopian of the past. But because we didn't even realize it was special at the time. We were just living it.